Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. We've got a new legendary in the game. Her name is Charlotte. Let's take a look at her. So Charlotte is part of a pretty large update. In fact, the Forbidden Dungeon is still under maintenance, so we're waiting for that to come back on. But let's take a quick peek at her kit. She's going to be the rate up summons going on in the game right now. So starting with her passive abilities, at the start of battle, 100% individual chance to grant each Steed's Favor ally effective resistance 2 for 2 turns, and 100% chance to gain hit accuracy for 2 turns as well. That one is not for the Steed's Favor. That's going to be for everybody. So that's a pretty good support ability there. When hit while at 40% HP or less, 100% individual chance to grant each Steed's Favor ally effect accuracy increase for 2 turns. So when she's low on health, she's going to be helping buff your team up, and then 100% chance to gain attack speed increase 3 for 1 turn. So that is only for 1 turn, but that's going to be a pretty big gain as far as speeding the rest of your team up. If you had somebody that could extend buffs, you might be able to keep that on your team and keep rolling through really fast. If we move over to her passive ability 3, upon dying, 100% chance to trigger revival with 1% ever HP. Upon reviving, 100% chance to gain shield, 100% of max HP for 4 turns. 100%, and this is after it's completely booked, so obviously you've got to step up to this level on all of these. Upon arriving, 100% chance to gain shield. Yeah, we just talked about that. 100% chance to gain leaky divinity for the rest of the battle, where your attack goes up by 40% and you cannot land critical strikes. Counts as a debuff. Okay. So you get higher attack, but you can't land crit strikes. That's kind of interesting. And then 100% chance to gain Goddess Rancor for the rest of the battle. That's going to be if you have Leaky Divinity, 100% chance to use skill 1 after an ally attacks. Okay, skill 1 was okay. So it increases almost like a counter effect. So that's kind of interesting. Obviously really support. The interesting part is that she can die and then revive. So she's one of only 2 revivers in the game, one being Merlin, where he's got that conditional revive if he attacked. It runs his A3 when he's at, I think, 30% health or less. It revives every dead ally. So that's kind of interesting she's bringing it in, but it is just for her. Alright, so let's take a look at her active abilities with her Storm Relic here. On her A1, if you do not have Leaking Divinity, which means you have not died, because if you die, you have a 100% chance of getting this. You're going to hit for 60% and gain effect resistance at 80% chance. If you have died and come back, you're going to attack all enemies instead of 1 enemy, and you're going to do 46% damage. And then 80% chance, so that stays the same. So you basically turn a single hit target into an AoE ability if you've died and come back. On the A2, we've got if you do not have Leaking Divinity, meaning you have not died yet, attacks 1 enemy, damage 190 on attack, deals additional damage 1 time if target has dot damage, 80%. So that could be huge in Gorgos. Yeah, I wonder if that's 80% of attack per dot. Deals additional damage 1 time if dot target is present. So maybe not. If they have any dots on them at all, you just get that 1 extra hit. If you have Leaking Divinity, meaning you have died and you come back, this becomes an AoE ability that hits for 140%. Deals additional damage of 70%. And then on the A3 here, attacks all enemies 2 times. Total damage is 250% of attack. 100% chance to gain Pierce 2 for 1 turn, so you're ignoring some defense. And if you have Leaking Divinity, 100% chance for last hit to inflict Incarnation's Approach for 1 turn and cannot be resisted, so you probably don't need to build her with effect accuracy. And that's going to be 100% chance to inflict hit accuracy decrease and inflict defense decrease for 1 turn. Alright, so this is actually a pretty cool ability because this is an AoE ability, and this is going to allow when the target is hit, there's a 100% chance they gain hit accuracy decrease as well as defense decrease. So that's going to be running for 1 turn. I'm assuming that'll stack if they get hit multiple times before their turn, but it'll be kind of short-lived. So a debuff extender and a buff extender could be really interesting as a pairing for her. It's a pretty interesting and bizarre kit, to be honest with you. So there's a lot going on there with the kit. It kind of reminds me of the Mythic Champions and Raid, where they have 2 different things that they do, and this is her before she dies or after she dies. I'd be curious how many times she revives before she's just dead. I noticed on the A2 here, instead of using Vigor, it's actually using 30% of her HP, which is going to bring her life down so that she dies. And then on her A3, she's using 50% of her HP. Which is kind of interesting in and of itself that it's not using Vigor. So she could be an awesome addition to the team in just a way of getting some big abilities going out without taking 3 Vigor every time she does it. She'd actually be stacking Vigor instead, which is kind of cool. So with the Charlotte launch, we got quite a bit going on. We got an event dungeon that we can go in and attack, and you have these bonus heroes that'll gain you additional percentages of the token to help spend in the shop. So that's kind of a cool thing, and that dungeon seems to be pretty fun. I haven't really got a chance. I got in it briefly in between the maintenance and was just running my standard team, and I got through I think 2 levels, but it looked like it might be pretty challenging. On here, this kind of goes through her kit a little bit. So in this space, you got the stamina consumption. So as you're using stamina, you're going to accumulate all these extra juicy rewards. Got some pulls down here, some pedestals. So we want to roll through 3,000 stamina. We got 7 days to do that. So if you're active in the game, this is going to happen. These are just extra rewards. So that is awesome. Clan activities. Eventually we'll get, the clan war will be over and we can start a new clan. That might have happened with the update. I'm not sure. But ideally you could get all these rewards too. My clan needs some love, so I think I might go look for another clan so that I could actually participate in some of this stuff. And then we've got Pedarge's Sanctuary Clear Event. Pedarge? Pedarge? I don't know. That's an interesting name. When battles, this is where you accumulate those tokens as you progress through that dungeon. Hopefully get to level 10 here. I mean, that's going to be pretty hard in 7 days for my... Oh, I got 14 days on this one. So I should be able to put together a team in 14 days to get through that Sanctuary. And then we got the raid bounty for Gorgos. So as you're attacking and fighting Gorgos, you're going to be accumulating more and more stamina, which is going to help you with your stamina consumption. So it all just kind of feeds into each other. And it's going to get you gold, because you always need gold in this game, especially if you're doing builds for specific champions for this dungeon. Upgrading gear is expensive. So that's what we got going on. We still have, what do we got? A reward. Oh, this event has ended. I was gonna say, I thought the Rosier event was over. So this event's over. They're just going through the scoring of it, I guess. So that's what's going on there. So I do think I am gonna go for Charlotte. I think there's just a lot of unique aspects to her kit. I don't honestly know where she would be best. I think she'd definitely have some merit in Arena with that revive and then coming back and doing some AoE damage. So from the King Arthur channel, they did launch this video on YouTube that kind of rolls through some of her abilities. So you can see she's got this this vine AoE ability that kind of spikes everybody. The one thing I was looking as we watched this this video, I thought it was kind of interesting. As she comes back to life, she does not have a full attack meter. So she does have a shield. She's supposed to come back with 100% shield after it's leveled up. So it might be 70% like you see there. But if she gets killed again, is she just dead, or does she keep coming back? It's kind of interesting. Maybe she keeps coming back as long as there's other people still alive on your team, although they're running her there by herself. But I would really like to see some of her damage come in. You know, like looking at the damage, it's hard to know like what level they're running on and that kind of thing. But it doesn't seem overwhelmingly good. My fear for this champion is you want to build her at a really delicate balance of being survivable enough that when she comes back to life, she doesn't get killed right away, but easy enough to kill herself where she dies, because that's where she starts to get her cool abilities. That being said, her A3 is going to take 50% of her health, and then her A2 is going to take 30% of her health. Assuming you have less than that, I'm assuming that ability will kill her and take her right to 0, and then she can revive. So she could technically kill herself without actually having the enemy to do the damage. So you could build her pretty tanky, theoretically. But that's kind of interesting. I really like the idea of using the max HP versus Vigor on her abilities. I think that's really an interesting dynamic that could be pretty fun. So I don't know if this is the right move or not, but we're pretty close. We're going to go for her and see who we can get. We also have some summons here. Let's see here. Some normal summons. Yeah, I might get a rare or two. Oh, we're just one away. And you can't fill these in with rubies, so unfortunately we got to wait on those. But we'll go ahead and do our rate up summons and see what we can do. Let's warm up our luck a little bit. Let's pull these normal summons. And hope for a rare. That'd be pretty nice out of a 10 pack of these common pulls. It does not look like we got a rare. We didn't even get an uncommon. That's brutal. Oh, that's brutal. All right, well, we'll be working on chivalry for a bunch of our folks that we won't use for a very long time, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and jump in here. We are 58 away from pity, so it's not going to happen today, but we're going to work towards it. Maybe we reset it. That would be amazing. Use special summons. Yes, I do want to do that. And we can hope for gold. We didn't get it right there. There's still an opportunity. And nope. No. All right. Hopefully we get multiple rares. All right, 2. We'll take it. We'll take 2. Jarrett, welcome to the team, buddy. We need as many of you as we can get. 2 Clementines back to back. So that's going to increase her chivalry to 4. I am looking forward to start maxing out some of these characters, because once you do, you can start selling these memory stones of these characters, and then you can start saving up for characters you don't have in that shard market, which is pretty fun. So let's jump into these rate up summons. We do have 14 days on this event, so theoretically if I don't get her now, I might be able to stack up another and go for her again. But I've actually had pretty good luck so far. I think I pulled Nika on the first 10 pack, which was pretty exciting. So let's see if we go here. Now on these, it does not keep, oh, nice. Right out of the gate, right out of the gate. So we have a 50% chance at her, and then a 50% chance, I believe, at everybody else. So let's see if we got lucky. There's plenty of legendaries to be happy to have on the account. Steadfast Heart, Steadfast Sword. Oh, nice. So Lancelot is a he is a beast for Gorgos. He's a one-man team. I haven't figured out how that team works, but I am super stoked to get Lancelot on the account, because that could be a huge win over in that space. I am almost getting through Gorgos 10, but I can't quite do it, so he might be the trick. So that is super exciting. Very, very pumped up on Lancelot. We did also get, is that Bodwin? Yes. So we're still working on his chivalry level 3. Seeing how I don't have a Guinevere, trying to get through Master of Apocalypse. Another Jarrett. We'll take you, buddy. Come on. You're welcome to the team. Another Nicholas. We don't have any chivalry on Nicholas. All right. Apparently we need some Nicholas. So let's keep on keeping on. The one thing to be careful here with this as we keep going is we just reset our pity at 60. So I don't have enough to get us to another legendary. So if we end up getting all the way there, I'm going to have to save up, and I might be able to finish it with rubies, but we'll see when we get there. So we got a Ralph. I think it's Ralph. Yeah. As I said that, I was thinking, Ralph, like Wreck-It Ralph? That can't be right. And another Kieran, so that's pretty good. Moving on, see what we can do a little better. And go. Because we're early enough in this event, I'm pretty confident I will be able to get more rate up summons. Ooh, brutal. That's as bad as it can be. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get another stab at a legendary guaranteed. Isolde is great. I need to build her for my Gorgos team, although maybe not, because with Lancelot, maybe I don't need her. But that's she is a great pull. She's a great support champion. She has the dot ability on her A1 as well as an AoE heal ability, so it's kind of built for Gorgos. Does a great job there. All right, still no gold here. Doesn't mean we're not getting it. Oh, we're not getting it. All right, let's see. Hopefully we get more than one rare back to back. Oh, that's kind of brutal. Kind of brutal. I want to get at least 2, 3, 5 rares. Is that too many? Bodwin again, so that should get his chivalry to level 3, so I can start building him in an effort to get through Master of Apocalypse, so that's pretty good. Here we go, one more, and then we'll have to take a look at pity and see how close we are. Not gold, that's okay. We might still get it. Yeah, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. All right, let's take a peek. What do we got? Another one. Oh, I got lucky out of the gate with Lancelot, so I can't complain too much. But those last two pulls were a little brutal there. So let's see who we got. Another Nicholas who has no chivalry, so that'll be his first chivalry we got today. Let's take a peek at the pity system. We are only 14 away from pity. So we take a look at the pity system. We actually got Lancelot super early, so we actually are really close. We have a 10 pack we can pull. That'll get us, and then we're 3 more away. So I think we have the rubies to do it, so let's go for it. I say we do it and just see what we get. Maybe we get a little lucky. So we got 1350 on the rubies to finish this 10 pack, and then we can pull individuals after that and see if we get Charlotte. I almost forgot her name. I was like, why are we even pulling? I don't even know. There we go. That made up for it. I'm glad we spent some rubies. Accolone is a great champion. I do need to build him. I'm trying to remember. I think I need to build him for the Ice Bear, because his I want to say one of his abilities lands that heal reduction or healing interference or whatever it is. That way the bear doesn't get those massive heals as he comes back from hibernation. Another Bodwin, so that's pretty good. We'll take that. Another Turin. We're up to chivalry level 8. That might put her to 9. That'll definitely put her to 9, maybe halfway to 10. Another Isolde, so that is a great 10 pack right there. We're pretty excited about that. Let's jump in, and we should need, I believe, 4 more. So we're going to go ahead and summon 1 at a time for the 4 that we need, and the 4th one should be our legendary if we don't get it before. So let's see here. We got a rare. That's pretty good. We'll take that all day long. Another Ralph. He kind of does look like Wreck-It Ralph. Like he's just ready to just start tearing stuff up. So it's kind of fun. Let's jump in here. See if we can get it a little early. Save us a few rubies. That'd be really nice. But that's all right. We're only 300 rubies away from paradise at this point. All right. Nothing to really write home about there. One more after this one. If this is not gold, the next one should be. All right, and we got an uncommon. This is a very slow way to pull. It's very dramatic, but all right, here we go. So this should be our legendary character. Let's see if we get Charlotte or if we get somebody else. There it is. Turn it on, and we're going to see what we got. 1 legendary in the lake. I see, so this is the path you chose, and we got Charlotte. So this is actually super exciting. I can actually kind of start building her up a little bit and put a video together that talks about how her kit works and whether or not she's worth it. Because honestly, her kit is unique enough that it might just not function well, and she may not be a great champion. But it's also unique enough that nothing else in the game is like it, so she could be a great champion, especially in specific content. So I will work on getting her to a level of playability, and that way we can take a peek at how all this stuff functions in action. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I appreciate you hanging in with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me. I am trying to build up and get to monetization, and we're getting closer every day. I really appreciate the support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.